handful of things I've come to learn about life that I just really don't like about life. And that's what most of this video is going to be about, rants and shit that I just don't like about life, that I've noticed about life. And you can go ahead and say, why don't you try killing yourself? If only I was successful at that. Like, I'm successful at other things, but for some reason, suicide's not one of them quite yet. But I'm going to still keep trying, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. And those I don't know preferred pronouns too. So things I don't like about life is we don't like mental health, and we don't think mental health is funny, but it is. And we absolutely love mental health, but if we don't claim it as mental health and we just claim it as quirky personality, which it could be quirky, but what's quirky compared to controlling, compulsive, and narcissistic? Like, what's quirky compared to high energy and disassociative? Like, what's quirky? What do we define these words as? Or do we just use these words to diminish the fact that somebody might actually need some therapy, if not, maybe some type of break from society and social interactions, if not, somebody actually talk to them, if not, I don't know, a bullet? Now, I'm not saying some people are bored, fucked up, but people can be made to be fucked up. Like, have you been alive? Have you lived a life? Like, I would like to say, from the fact that I come from Haiti, I was raised in America, and most of my life has been in America, I wasn't even supposed to be brought up in capitalism. How I think about it, honestly, I should have been brought up in the third, I am brought up in the third world country, back to the point. I should have been brought up in the third world country without a capitalist society. I should have died because, technically speaking, yes, I shouldn't be alive. I'm a miracle baby. And it irritates the fuck out of me. Why couldn't the miracle be, he didn't make it, instead of, he did make it? Because I actually don't know the statistics of the likelihood of people having kids. Because I do know that some people can't have kids because of so many complications. I don't really know if it's necessarily the sperm, the narrow urethra, or something to do with the lady in her vaginal region or whatever it is. But there are many reasons why people can't have kids. So essentially, you should be lucky that you're alive, and you should feel privileged. And you should be like, and you should. But if you think black and white, then yeah, you should. But if you live in true reality, then it's just like, this game sucks. Like, why did I have to choose like the hardest fucking mode? Not only did I choose melanated skin, not only did I choose not to have a fucking family support, not only did I choose to move fucking countries, not only did I choose to have some some cognitive disconnections to be able to realize social situations. Like, I don't know if they're being racist. As long as they don't touch me, they're not hurting me, but words could be used to be hurtful. Like, I only did because they asked me to. I didn't realize I was being an accomplice. What do these words mean? Oh, uneducated idiot, but able-minded and able-bodied too? Of course he's the culprit. He listened directly to orders, as if orders weren't directed to those soldiers to pew pew, those that aren't supposed to be pew pew. But hey, I was just following orders. I didn't know. Nobody gave me clearance on information though. And I'm not saying like I've done soldier type shit. I'm just saying, like, if you listen to orders blindly, then technically speaking, you're in trouble too. Shouldn't you think? Shouldn't you think before you do? So I am told, what are you thinking? I thought this would work. Well, that's stupid of you. You're right, I should have killed myself a long time ago. No, 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 not that. Stop thinking so depressive. I'm not thinking depressive. I'm just thinking honestly, like literally, like every time I try something, it doesn't work out for me. And you guys always like, yeah, I fucking told you. But when it does, it's just like, oh, wow. But don't applaud me. That kind of bothers me. Also, the fact that my sister, she's Down syndrome. And one of the things that she tends to do is she'll say I'm sorry and she'll repeat that until you say something back. And for the fact that my parents are elderly and because they've just been like this basically all their life from what I've come to remember and things like that, they aren't always that patient and calm when it comes to dealing with her as they do with me. I think deep down they know that certain times you can snap at me and it's fine, but if you snap at me, I do have the snap that I've been always holding back. That like I got this snap inside of me that I'm like, I don't want to hurt people more or less because I don't have the financial means to be able to get away. One, I'm melanated. Two, and three, it really goes against the message of why I keep trying to preach on being positive and trying to help people and trying to be the change that you want in this world instead of being part of the problem. Because I could easily be part of the problem, ladies and gentlemen. You're acting like, for as much as I've been through, I could just be angry and aggressive and just beat the fuck out of people and just be in and out of prisons, in our homes. I could have never gotten adopted by his family. But because of the younger years and I realized how weak I was, it's just like, what can I do? I learned it's a little bit easier just not to bite. It's just easier just subside and not bitch too much. It's just listen to whatever the fuck they say, and even if they change it, don't say you change it because then just say okay, and just apologize profusely until they say don't apologize and stop apologizing. Then like, and there's a lot of things I've had to unlearn for myself, but still like I feel bad for her because they're harsher towards her than they are to me because, like I keep telling you, there's like, they know that. And plus, I'm physically, like, how I keep stopping to think about it is she is 5'4", 140, Down syndrome, no physical challenge whatsoever. I am 5'6", 160, cognitively there, not there. There's certain things I can't quite connect into, certain things I just don't get, certain things I don't want to get, and certain things I'm just like, fuck, I just might as well kill myself because fuck living in this capitalistic, fucked up society. So it's just like, you yell at her, she's gonna cry. And you just tell her, stop crying, shut the fuck up. Only babies cry. That's literally her favorite fucking line. Only babies cry. And it just makes me think like, what if I scream that at you every time you cry because you're in pain? What if I scream that at you every time you cry because of the financial issues and the crutches? What if I scream that at you for every time that your wife cheats on you? And I just like, no. Then they might kick me out. But it's like, what's the worst case scenario? I'm basically the fucking shopper of the family anyways. Like, getting kicked out for the fact that how I've come to equate work and value in life in the world that I live in is, if you don't make money, then you aren't worth shit. I don't necessarily make money like I used to, and I realize that people treat me different. But because I don't make money like how I used to, it's just like, you're not valuable. As if a janitor's not valuable, as if a nanny's not valuable, as if a chauffeur's not valuable, as if just a decent person that listen to people, take care of people, as if a caregiver is not someone that people want, as if bedside manners aren't important. Like, I learned that, but like at the same time, I realized unless you are making lots of moolah, nobody gives a fuck about you. And it's just like, what? Why? Because life is so fucking black and white when it really isn't. So even though I'm not making a lot of moolah, I still try to work on my personality because at the end of the day, I'd rather be a fucking poor, nice person, a fucking rich asshole, which is why I didn't try to learn to be greedy, because I realized to be greedy means I'll take your food even though I'm not hungry, but just in case I'm hungry and I don't know, maybe I might eat all this mountain full of shit. That's why I'm a multi-millionaire / billionaire, because I don't know if I'll ever need this, but just in case. I don't think of just in case. I'm just like, fuck, I'm happy and content with what the fuck I have for the most part. I do believe I could have better. I do believe I could be in better places. I do believe, but at the same time, I wasn't really self-instilled with that much confidence because I don't really know. Well, I do now, but I didn't really learn earlier on in the years what the difference between cockiness and confidence was. And like I said, now I do. Cocky is, hey, watch me, wait, you guys, please stop, watch me do this. Yay. And confidence is just like, I don't give a fuck if you believe that I did it. I don't give a fuck if you watch me do it. I don't give a fuck if you even applaud me for doing it. I fucking did it. And that's confidence. And it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because certain people are going to take it personally and some people are be offended on how you display it. But at the same time, it doesn't matter as long as you are confident in your own skills and you feel as if you are doing good enough through your image on top of reviews. But what you also have to realize about reviews is even those that know you did good might be just too jealous to even say that you did anything good because, well, shit, that just might give you a big head. It's just, what does it hurt to compliment somebody? Like, I will admit, I'm not always the best at it, but that's because there's a million things and a million reasons why. Like, when it comes to complimenting somebody, are they going to swing on me? I don't really care if they do, but are they going to swing on me? Are they going to assume it's sexual harassment? Are they going to call the police? Is it going to be some type of law and order type shit? Like, what exactly is going to go on when I try to be nice? So I just try to be nice and considerate in the ways that I can. But the things about life that absolutely bothers me is the fact that we have issues that we're unwilling to talk about. But I don't really know. I don't really know what an uncomfortable topic is because every time I felt uncomfortable, they're just like, stop feeling uncomfortable. And it's just like, well, if I keep feeling even more uncomfortable, I'm going to start swinging on motherfuckers. And then I'm just going to be a shot Harambe at this goddamn point. Because for some reason, in certain instances, they don't have the tolerance for me being upset as they do have the tolerance for somebody else with lighter pigmentation for being upset. But it's always going to be the angry black person, angry melanated person. But what about the other communities? I'm just saying, from all the things I've learned, from all the things I've seen in life, things don't need to be said to me for them to have been said to me. And it's just like, I think of a lot of things that I find hard to articulate in words because there are certain ways to say it and there are certain ways that you shouldn't say it. And I'm just like, I don't know which way to say it, but I'm just going to fucking say it. And either I could pick it together to have a coherent sentence for you guys to get it for me, or maybe it's for the fact that you guys realize it and you're just like, shut the fuck up. We don't want to listen to that. We don't want to pay attention to it. And for the most part, I don't even know what the fuck the difference between shut the fuck up, we don't want to listen to that, and you're actually right, but don't talk about that right now, or don't talk about that at all. So I just say it as I say it, and either people get offended at me or people applaud me. I'm just like, I don't fucking know. I just know at this point in life, I'm old enough to beat the fuck out of most people if I get my ass whooped or shit. At least they're not going to fucking call it child abuse at this point in time in life. I just know that I am physically able to take whatever ass beating is handed to me compared to younger me. I'm physically able to, if I need to, work my charm up, but I don't want to. I don't want to do half the things I am told to and or forced to because it just doesn't feel natural to me. It doesn't. And I keep thinking like, I don't want to grow up in a capitalistic society. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Haitian. I wasn't supposed to be here. But I guess technically speaking, because if this didn't happen in this country, then I probably wouldn't be. I don't know, maybe it could have happened in fucking Germany, Sweden, Denmark, or some other country, but USA happened to be the one that picked me. I don't fucking know. I just keep thinking like, was I even supposed to be raised in a capitalistic society? Because I fucking wasn't born in one. But isn't essentially we're supposed to be here for what we're here for? And every time I think, what the fuck am I here for? It's more or less to spread a message. I just don't know what the message is. I don't know, maybe education, maybe self-expression, maybe, I know I said education, so to dive in deeper on that is just self-educate about yourself more, self-educate about the community more, and self-educate about the history, because from what I've learned is if I just listen, because I fucking love this for what the lady does, because I can literally, couple seconds, I will recite something to her, and she'll recite it back to me and either add in some words, if not twist some words. I'm like, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. And the old man already knows that. I fucking know that. So I can also connect to the fact that if she thinks like that, to think that she's the only one to think like that would be small and stupid of me. But there are people that will think like that, will hear exactly what you say and then twist it completely around. Or in certain instances, people will put words in your mouth like, well, like I said, twist around or just add in things. They'll put words into your mouth just to make you act all confuddled. But how I react is just like, that's not what I said. That is not what I said. And most times I'll repeat word for word what the fuck I said if I remember it verbatim, or I'll just say that's not what I said and realize I can't talk to you, because if you can't even remember what the fuck I just said, and it wasn't even a heated argument, it was just like one hard line that you did not like that I said, like, you're not good at what you do. Or maybe you're a stubborn person to talk to, or sometimes you do stupid things, or why are you doing that? Oh, are you calling me stupid? No, I'm just saying it is a stupid thing to do. I didn't call you stupid, I said it's a stupid thing to do, and anybody can be capable of doing stupid things. Anybody, even geniuses, can be capable of doing stupid things, but the level of stupidity always ranges, and the level of how bad of a fuck up it is always ranges, but the often and also the likelihood of them doing something stupid also ranges. But for the fact that I said that was stupid to do doesn't mean I'm calling you stupid. I'm just saying. But go ahead, yes, assume I called you stupid. No, the thing you did was stupid, but if you want to call yourself stupid, that's all on you. That's all I stopped it there. That's all I thought. I was like, if you want to call yourself stupid, fuck it. That's what you said, not me. I stopped assuming what stupid was a long time ago because I realized the level of education, level of smarts has a spectrum to it. And in certain aspects, people might be retarded. Like, hell, I'll admit, there's certain aspects I'm just complete moron and I might as well be a baby. I'm not even a novice, I'm that bitch. And there are certain aspects that I just fucking excel so well, I might as well be a fucking professional. But it's just being able to want to sit down, slow down, and think and restart with every new person. I have to assume basically like a baby. I don't know shit about you. I don't know nothing about you. I want to learn about you. And if I can learn about you, if I can learn with you, then I'll stay with you. But if I can't, I can't. Trying to figure out things at work. And that's why I have issues with work. In a sense, I guess I should more or less become my own type of boss, because I feel like for as much as I have ideas, being an entrepreneur wouldn't be all that hard. No, that's a horrible line. It would be hard. It'd be annoying, just because on top of being fucking Haitian and I always not remember where my shit is, and then not having the financial flow to have people to actually help me and shit like that. It's just like, for me to be my own type of boss, I'm fucking walking somewhere because I don't even know where the fuck I put my license. And I had that, I swear, yesterday, and I even fucking slept. basically this whole entire day, and I knew exactly what the fuck I saw. And I know I didn't fucking move it, but for some fucking reason I can't fucking find it. So it's like, I know I'm aware of being able to lose things, but people are going to be like, oh, but you're so smart. How can you do stupid things? But you're so strong. How could you drop that? But you're so awake. How could you run into that door? I have humility. I am only human. I do mess up. I make mistakes. A big fucking whoop. I won't do it again. I won't intentionally do it again. I am sorry. I will fix it. I don't know. What the fuck do you want to hear from me? No excuses! And I fucking hate when people say that shit, because what the fuck's an excuse, essentially? Because what, you want me to stand there and look at you like, well, you said no excuses, so I don't know what the fuck to say back to you. I honestly want to fucking beat the shit out of you, but no. Anger is not the way. To be rude like you are is not the way. To be energetically out, forcing my energy out on you, and that way being the melanated person I am in the community that we are in the scenario that we are in, this is not the best thing. But if I was to swing on you and we're in an MMA fight or some taekwondo or some shit like that, maybe that might be the right answer. But for the fact that this is not the spot, this is not the place, this is not the location, this is not the location, and really rarely ever is the location where I can just swing on somebody for pissing me off, I should get into fighting. Actually, this is not my excuse for that. My excuse for not getting into fighting is for the fact that every time I wrestle with this Junior, pisses me off. Because, yes, I know he's autistic. He knows he's autistic. We all know he's autistic. But every time I wrestle with Junior, what he likes is when he's winning, he loves it. He'll keep playing. But once he loses, he absolutely hates it, which I do understand. I have that same exact type of anger when it comes to losing. But what he doesn't like about losing is he'll get angry and then he'll try to use his angry strength, his quote-unquote retard strength. And then sometimes he'll break things, hurt people, all this, all that. It more or less doesn't work on me because I'm able to at least subdue him most of the times if he's not already in a rager. But when we wrestle, he gets pissed off because I would always win. But, well, more or less recently. But when we first ever met, that's how I became so driven and motivated to be able to beat him, is because this dude looked like some type of fucking supermodel athlete when I first met him. I'm like, huh. Which pushed me to a new level because I've never had to, well, aside from David, but David's a whole different ass beast. Whole different type of monster. But at least he's more of an educated monster, and I didn't even explain to why. But because Junior doesn't really put in the connection of, I'm not going to win, because Junior's not willing to put in the self-control and self-restraint not to break people when he goes all out. That's why I don't trust about other dudes, because, like, if we are going to agree to fight each other all out, fine. But for the fact that Junior and I will start playing around, and halfway through, Junior will get pissed off at me and stop playing around and start getting angry at me for the fact that I'm just more of a superior fighter and skilled person than he is when it comes to roughhousing. Also because I'm stronger than him now, and he doesn't really like to use his anger anymore because of all the things he used to do. I'm able to still subdue him, but I'm just thinking if any other type person, this could turn to a death match. Even then, we said, calm and easy, calm and easy. The next thing you know, somebody accidentally gets an elbow in. The next thing you know, somebody does a fist. The next thing you know, like, I'm fine if we're going to do an all-out brawl if we started off like that. And we say it, but if we don't use those words exactly, I'm confused on when the fuck should I be beating your ass like it's my life's at stake? When? Like, when does fucking 50% turn to 100%? For Junior, I learned that turned out quickly, and I realized some people are like that. They won't tell you when they're going to go from 50 to 100. I like to at least know, and I'll at least educate and let people know, hey, can we speed this up a little bit? Can we go a little bit harder? Like, and also sometimes I'll admit my playing around isn't quite the best. When I was younger, I used to fucking slam doors so much. I had to apologize so much that at this point in my time, I just learned to give less energy when I go to close things, because I'd rather not apologize over slamming the door because I don't know how much energy to exert, because every door takes different force and every this and that and the hinges and just so many fucking variables go into shit that most don't want to think about. And I'm over here overthinking about the fact that, did I choose the right spoon or fork for the thing that I'm about to eat? Did I make sure I had enough time? Did I make sure I cleaned my seat? What am I thinking of? Something and nothing all at the same time. It's a bother for me, but don't worry, it's the weight on my head, not yours. So go ahead, laugh at me. Don't wait on me, I wait on others. People please is what I learned, because what? Nobody clearly wanted me, so assumably inside of my head, this is why my parents gave me up. Oh, is it because of medically? It's best for me to be somewhere overseas. Like, clearly we didn't have these and that. We don't know how you made it out your mother's ovaries. But for the fact that you exist, we gave you up to somebody hoping that you would get blessed, maybe. At least the story that I created for me. Many other stories I can make up like, yeah, nah, they fucking hated you. Your mother's walking the streets. Your daddy was a fucking whoresome dude. He just raped her, left her, and she had you on the streets 9 months later, just never care for you. And then some hospital took care of you, put you in an orphanage too, and then you grew up where they found people to take care because they noticed there's something wrong with you. Rhythmically, heart, there's a hole in your lungs and something about the pulmonary. It'd be hyper with the tension. Shh. Put this on his papers, but make sure he doesn't mention dimension. Which one is he in? Mentally not fitting in, but at least physically he tried to keep up with them. After surgery, I was more like most people would ever assume, like black person. This country has plenty. Haitian? This nigga was from Hades? Probably. Half demon type, I feel, but I tell myself to calm it down even though I want to hurt people. I think it's worth it. Sometimes I think I'm imperfect. I actually never do think I am perfect, but narcissistic mindset frame come in and I'm like, yeah, aren't we like the sexiest mess that anybody's ever seen? Like, but calm it down, Ethan. We don't want to cause a scene. We're a melanated person in a foreign country. They'll send you overseas quickly, especially because they don't believe in slavery, or just imprison you, just to enslave you. What, you ain't got no money, so we might as well pay you 2 cents too? You're too intelligent to be fucked up. Isn't there like a fucking thin line between insanity and genius? Sometimes I cross it, but which way? I'm on the basketball court. Swish. Nah, that's a miss. Which is why I refuse to walk up to misses, because it's always like that, like, swish. Wait, who's the miss? It's weird to be called a womanizer by women when I avoid them unless they're in uniform. And I don't mean like police or like kinky lingerie shit, girl. I want to see you naked. Why the fuck you buying fancy clothes for? I just mean, if you're at a store, you work there, I gotta talk to you. Who else is gonna cash me out? It's your job to talk to me. It's my job to talk to you because I can't get this transaction done without you. If I could, I would. Which is why self-checkout works perfectly for me. But if I grab more than 20 items, that's when it becomes a problem. But socializing isn't an issue for me. It's just saying the thing is wrong, so I just speak slowly. I speak less because I don't know what I'm going to say to offend people. I just speak. I just breathe. I just be. Fuck, I don't want to, but shit, look, I still exist. I'm not saying, oh, it's woe is me. I'm just saying the value that I bring is the value that everybody else assumes I do. Because everybody values things differently. What value do I hold to myself personally? I'm smart enough to know I'm fucked, but I'm not smart enough to know how hard. I'm smart enough to know this is hard work. I'm just not smart enough to know how hard it really is. I'm smart enough to know that most people wouldn't do it, but I'm not smart enough to know what most people wouldn't do. I do a lot of things. For money and not for money. It's crazy to hear from the customers that, wow, you're so high valued. But from management, you need to put in more work. Sad that the one that pays me doesn't even appreciate me. But at this point, I'm kind of used to it. I've been working 2 jobs before I even knew what the fuck work was. I always put work in, but where does the paycheck go to? More of it to Uncle Sam than me, if not into the house, if not a little bit's the thing that's going to kill me. That's probably why you're poor. It's because you smoke. I wish it was that. That'd be an easy fix. But I'm only poor financially, rich in thoughts. I'll always think of that. At least if I ever be homeless on the streets, I'll always have these thoughts to keep me busy. I'll probably then for sure think of a foolproof plan to kill me, because how dare I be this pretty out on the streets? I'm kidding, I don't give a fuck. It's not about my beauty, it's about What joy do I have? What freedom do I have? And these phones, well, at least I left you guys a story to see. So if I ever do go homeless, remember the days when you used to see me under places. It wasn't under a bridge. It wasn't under your bitch. It wasn't under your car. And it wasn't under a grave. I leave these videos because one day I'll leave this body. I've always wanted a kid, but I keep running into zombies. If I happen to never have one, at least I still left my legacy. I didn't leave seeds and bodies expecting her to raise that child without me. And if she do, that's because the bitch didn't like me. I've always said through and through, I'd love to fuck up my child. I'd murder them bitch that thought she could take that child away from me. So if this is the only legacy that I can leave, then so let it be. You can't say you don't know me. I speak too open and honestly. You just didn't listen. You thought these things had underlining things. Nah, I speak literally while others speak more metaphorically. I only learned how to speak with them. When I speak to myself and by myself, I speak like E do, speak like me do, speak like I want to, speak like I get how I would expect others to, but I get it. Then NT, the neurotypicals don't like my neurodivergent brain. That's why he told me, shh, shut up, stop that, until I help them. Then they love me again. But the second I step out of line, a bullet should go through my mind. A lot of things about life bothers me. A lot of things in life could be fixed if we truly took the time and energy to want to learn each other. And it's all right if we don't get along, but would I actively try to hurt you? Only if you try to hurt me. That's the only way I think. But I also do think different than I typically do. I don't expect you to think any way aside from the way that you do. Thank you for listening.